Hey, what's going on, YouTubers? It's Mark Methods. So today we're going to be installing some hella horns and fixing my droopy bumper off to the right side. What we're going to need is a heat gun to melt the heat shrink around our connectors, to waterproof them, a 10 and 12 millimeter socket, a plastic piece to loosen our plastic fasteners without breaking them, diagonal cutters. We're going to need pliers to crimp these, and you can use whatever you want to crimp it. Some foam tape, something that will insulate a little bit of impact underneath the horn when it's on the crash beam. 14 gauge silicone wire. This will be able to withstand the heat. All right, so let's get to it. Now this is one of the reasons we're going to be taking the bumper off. It's because it seems like this clip is broken, from what I can tell. So the bumper doesn't quite sit flush like the other side. As you can see here, this is much more flush. There's no movement in it for the most part. And I think this clip is fine, but the other side will need to be replaced. Now inside, we do have these clips up here holding the bumper in, and this radiator cover. I'm going to be using this to pry them out. Now the end of mine broke off, so I might have a little bit of a tough time pulling these out, but let's see. Oh, not too bad. Now underneath the bumper, we should have some more screws to take out. Underneath here, we're going to have 5 screws and 3 bolts, but they're all 10 millimeter. Now my car's missing a few of these, and I don't think we necessarily have to take them all off, but I'm going to go through and see what we can do. Looks like I had 5 pieces of hardware that were holding this bumper in. All right, so there's going to be a clip here on the side. We're going to disengage it by just pulling it out. Just keep pulling. Just like the fender liner. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Pry that back, pull a little bit more, and there we go. All right, so now that we've got that off, we just got to disconnect our blinkers in the front. This is the only thing that's keeping the bumper on. Okay, all right. All right, so I got my replacement. This is a Taiwanese replica of it. It's a lot cheaper. Let you guys know how it works out. But these are usually 30 bucks or 32 bucks or something like that. This was, I got both of them for like $22 shipped. So I'm just gonna need to remove this 10 millimeter bolt. Well, that's not moving anymore. Okay. A few more things to take off to see underneath this. All right, so as you can see, we have a single horn attached here. Now the connector inside of here is just a simple blade connector that anything can connect into. So we can use this as our signal, or we can use this as our positive. So this is a 12mm bolt. Now we can use this as the ground, and that should be sufficient. I was thinking that if we can stick the horns in like this, maybe put some material under here so when it rests on here it doesn't rub up against here. But a single bolt through there, these are equidistant, which is good, so it looks symmetrical. Just have to pop this clip out. Find some hardware to stick through here. Now just to see what kind of bolt would fit through here. These are great for figuring out threading and different bolt sizes. So let's see. Too big, that'll fit. So it looks like an M7 would fit, or what's close to that? I think a quarter. Yeah, or a quarter. So M7 or a quarter piece of hardware. Now the first thing that we're going to do is get the negative harness set up, which will be easy. So we'll need a couple blade connectors. I like the ones with the heat shrink so we can heat this up in a watertight seal. This is 14 gauge silicon wire, so it's a lot more flexible, heat resistant. So this one's for 12 or 10 gauge. Okay. I think what I might do is just run them both inside of this. Now I want to probably put enough slack on here so that it would work on the bottom one or the top. So let's go to the bottom on that. Chop some wire. Now remember, all these connections do need to be heat shrinked, so we need to run some heat on them. Let's give the Hornet test to see if it works. Which it does. I want to see how this does without any additional material in between here. It doesn't feel like it's touching or anything. It starts to only hit if it starts to rattle a lot. Maybe I should put something between there. All right, so the best thing I can find is some Gorilla Tape for now. Just gonna cut off a small piece of it. because the contact point is very small. So I'm going to take that. Now, I'm not going to remove the other side. I'm actually just going to put it underneath. So, I'll have to see if I can find some foam or something, but this has got a foam consistency to it, so that should work.
Bruh.
All right, guys, so that was kind of anticlimactic. Only got a 1.6 decibel increase according to that cheap sound tester I have. Now this kit does include a relay, which I didn't wire. Now, if you guys are interested, leave some comments below and let me know if you want me to go back, rewire this with the relay, and I'll find a power source in my fuse box. And if that doesn't increase it, I'm gonna have to go to an air horn or something bigger, all right? So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.